Greetings and welcome to my channel, Transcendent Transmutation. This reading today is a general energy resonance reading for the upcoming new moon in Leo, August 18th, 2020. So first I'm going to be going over what sort of influences you can expect this new moon. Then I'll be going into a tarot elemental spread so that we can look deeper into what we need to bring into balance for each of the houses of each of the elements. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. It's the general reading for the overall energy of this new moon with a little bit of insight into each of the elements. So please do check out the reading for your specific zodiac sign for a more detailed insight. And keep in mind also you might want to check out the reading for your rising, moon, and Venus. So, without any further ado, let's get into what this new moon in Leo has in store. So, this new moon in Leo is a lot of fire energy. Obviously, Leo is a fire sign, and what this is all about is it's bringing out inspiration for each of us to reveal the burning desire that we have within to shine in our own unique way. So this is a time to recognize and celebrate what makes us each special as individuals. This is about exploring and honoring and also taking the time to enjoy our unique gifts. It's important and we owe it to not only ourselves, but we owe it to the ones around us to not only express these gifts, but to continue to develop ourselves and work on ourselves with this inner fire so that we can benefit the ones that are around us as well. So sharing is a huge part of this new moon. But what's really important is that while we're bringing out this inner light, we need to remember that not everybody is going to think that it's their cup of tea. Your authentic self is not everyone's cup of tea, and that's perfectly fine. But the lesson here is to shine where we're going to be seen. Shine where you're not spending time wasting your energy on people, places, situations where you feel or seem invisible. No, you have to cut that out. This is about being secure within yourself. This is about bringing out your authentic self and shining where it's going to be valued. Not only valuable for you, but valuable for the ones around you. And remember to take it slow. This is a slow burn. You might feel the want to dive into everything and rustle everything up and get things moving, but don't burn yourself out. You also might have a tendency to be identifying so strongly with this fire that connects to your own personal opinions that you could close yourself off to new information and insight. So please keep that in mind. Keep yourself open. Make sure that you're not slipping from self-confidence into self-righteousness, and instead transmute this into a time of initiating new creative projects, pushing towards your passion. And remember too, because burning out is when we forget that we have limits. So do remember to set limits with yourself, because you might be feeling entitled to expect that everything pushes forward with this new energy and you get the best of everything with what you want. But again, this is about seeing ourselves with limits and also seeing ourselves in a more realistic light. And not only a realistic light, but this is a loving light. This is that loving light from within. And when we see ourselves not only realistically, but with this loving light, and we truly love what we see, this is where the game changer lies. So without any more further ado, here, let's look into what each of the elements has to say. What sort of wisdom can we bring out here? helicopter flying overhead. It's alright. We're just going to go ahead and cut the cards. Okay. So, I'm going to start in the House of the North, and Earth signs, this is for you. We have the King of Cups, so Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Right now is your time to really delve into your emotional selves. In order to bring out that fire energy from this new moon, you need to not only learn to be in control of your emotions, but be in control of your intuition as well. So this is mastering the emotional self, emotional intelligence, your intuition, your psychic abilities, learning to control your emotions and not allow your emotional self to control you. So if you have been feeling a little bit too much earth, if you've been feeling like crustified, fossilized, stagnant, now's the time to bring that water energy with this fire energy in the new moon of Leo to kind of push things forward and provide a catalyst for you. So now, speaking of water, let's move on into the House of the West. So this is Four of Swords. So swords is air energy. So this message is for our water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So what all you water signs need right now to balance out is this air energy of the Four of Swords. I like to call this card the resting warrior, the reclining warrior. This warrior has kind of come to completion. 4 is a number of completion, and it's interesting because 4 is the number for this year. 2020, 2 plus 2 is 4. So that completion, that resonant energy of completion. And this is about the mind. This is resting the mind. Take a rest. You've gathered your swords, you've done what you needed to do, and now is a time to lay back and do the rewords. I like to call them doing your rewords. Rejuvenate, refresh, re-energize, reassess, reorganize. Now is not a time for huge action, water signs. Right now is a time for those rewords, reflection. And this all starts with the mind. So what you need, water signs, to balance out your water is a rejuvenation and refreshment of mind. Now let's get into our fire signs. So this is for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. We have a major arcana card here of Judgment. And right now, once you have delved into bringing about that fiery energy and that fiery passion forward, Leos, Aries, and Sagittarius, now's the time for discernment. This is about specific discernment, allowing an organic amount of time to occur for everything that you need to kind of sort of rise and come into view. So allow that energy to kind of brew to the surface organically. Judgment is representing that everything has its time and place, and this is a time to specifically discern now where you are going with this energy. Where have you been going? Where have you gone? Where are you going? Where have you gone in the past? Where are you going into the future? And how are you going to take these energies and move them ahead? Now we are moving on to the House of the East. And here, the House of the East, we have some Ten of Wands. And so my air signs here, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, it looks like you guys need some fire energy here. And the message of this fire energy to balance out your air is to get that mentality squared away. Just know that you're almost done. You're moving towards bringing everything together and taking it home. Like this guy here, he's got all of his sticks. He's done. He's freaking tired. But you know what? His house is right there, and he's almost home free. So rest assured with your inner self that your struggles that you've been facing are soon going to come to an end, come to a pentacle, and then you're going to be able to kind of set them aside and put down your burdens. Although right now that may not seem realistic to you, but it is going to happen, even if you've been feeling really burnt out. Now, Spirit card here is Justice. And when Justice shows up in a reading with Judgment, I really like this because this means that this is really righteous. This is a justifiable thing in general. So what Spirit is saying is right now is a time to completely feel justified, to get that righteous energy that you've been deserving. And as long as you've been doing the work and your side of the street is clean, you can count that all of these elements are going to come together for you. Now, I do have a Spirit commentary here, which is the Seven of Swords. So what this tells me is, hey, look, you need to keep in mind overall here, all across the board, stop pulling the wool over your own eyes, okay? Stop lying to yourself, and don't allow other people to pull one over on you either, because you know deep down the things that you've been doing to burn yourself out. You know deep down the things that you've been doing that aren't good for you. And I'm pretty sure that in this situation, you're going to be aware of the people, places, situations, and things like we talked about earlier that are taking from you, that are taking from your energy. So again, this is a big confirmation to not allow those energies to run away here. Don't allow these energies to take from you and get away from you. And don't allow yourself to be fooled by your own self. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading today, and please again feel free to check out your specific reading for your own zodiac sign, and love and blessings, and enjoy the energy of this fiery Leo moon. Thank you. Take care.